Welcome and thank you for joining today's VIRTEX Mentor Training. VIRTEX stands for Virtual Trips to Extreme Environments. We're thrilled to have you as part of this exciting NASA-supported program today, and we're going to walk you through how VIRTEX works, your role as a mentor, and how to create inspiring, authentic connections with students. The VIRTEX program is led by Christine Shupla, Program Manager, Yolanda Ballard, Program Coordinator, and VIRTEX Program Evaluator, Dr. Sandlin Buxner. You can contact us at education@lpi.usra.edu. VIRTEX is a virtual mentoring program designed to engage students in STEM by highlighting NASA-funded research in extreme environments. VIRTEX is a 3-year project funded through NASA Office of STEM Engagement Team 2 proposals. The ultimate goal is to increase interest in STEM careers and STEM identities, connecting 50 researchers, that's you, with 100 Boys and Girls Clubs across the U.S. Each club will host hands-on STEM activities and meet virtually with their mentor. That's also you. It all comes together ending with a student-created video and a final symposium. VIRTEX is made possible by many partners, from NASA Research Group to nonprofits like Black in Astro and Geo Latinas, including Boys and Girls Clubs of America and a variety of Boys and Girls Club staff members. It's a powerful coalition dedicated to expanding representation in science. VIRTEX inspires students by highlighting research conducted by people in unexpected places and with unique approaches. Extreme environments is the hook to capture the students' attention. We have a broad interpretation of extreme. Examples include anything from the field locations, the laboratory settings, the equipment, tools, and samples used.
There are 3 key components to VIRTEX. The VIRTEX mentor interacts with the club kids during 3 video call sessions. Each club conducts hands-on STEM activities with the kids, and these STEM activities are located online on our VIRTEX website. Clubs can create and submit a short video and can win a free trip to participate in the VIRTEX Symposium. Let's discuss the interactions between the Boys and Girls Clubs and their mentor, you. Here's how you get started. Apply to the database, complete this training, get matched with the club, schedule sessions, and guide students through their explorations. I know that's a lot, but you've already done one. You've already applied and submitted information to the VIRTEX database, and you're attending the training now. The clubs review the VIRTEX database based on the times that they have for their programs. They identify potential mentors based on the information that you submitted in the VIRTEX Mentor application form. The club reviews the list of mentors who have overlapping availability with their own, and then selects a mentor. Your email address is not available, and when a club clicks Select this mentor, a request will automatically be sent to you, the mentor's email address. After sending a request, the club waits for a response from you, the mentor. This is an example of the VIRTEX Mentor Request email. In it, you will receive the names and the email addresses for the club staff. Mentors should email the club staff within 10 days to accept the invitation to be a mentor or to decline. If for any reason you are not comfortable emailing them to decline the request, please let us know immediately and we will follow up with them ourselves. Please accept the VIRTEX request by sending an email to the club staff and letting them know your availability for a meeting. Please copy us at education@lpi.usra.edu so that we know that you have accepted the request. In your email, feel free to share information about your availability for an initial meeting.
We recommend that you plan an initial video conference with the Boys and Girls Club staff before conducting programs with the club students. This initial meeting will help break the ice as you get to know each other better. You can also test your video conference sound and cameras, and this is a good time to begin planning the best dates and times for your interactions with the students. We can create a Zoom meeting for you if you'd like. It's important to get to know your Boys and Girls Clubs and to share more about yourself. Share information about your background, location, research, and availability. Ask about your club, the staff, your community, programs, facilities, goals, and interests about the kids, what they value, their activities, and so on. Begin to plan the schedule for the 3 VIRTEX interactions with the club. In addition to the video conferences, you will probably be exchanging emails with the club. We have asked the club staff to take the lead in your interactions, reaching out to determine your availability and schedule the interactions. That being said, they might feel shy or concerned about disturbing you. So if you don't hear from them, feel free to follow up with them or with us. You may also want to email photos and information about your career, as well as your questions for the kids and your answers to their questions before, in between, and after your virtual meetings. Please do not email the youth directly. Email exchanges should only happen between you and the club staff. Be aware that some club staff may be teenagers themselves. You and your club will plan 3 video conferences. More details about that in just a minute. You are welcome to communicate with your club after the 3 video conferences. Send follow-up videos and photos, information and resources, or share your input or feedback on their video. That being said, neither you nor the club is obligated to continue participating after these 3 interactions, especially if you have other priorities. So in talking more about these video conference interactions with youth, please plan on conducting 3 of them, rather than just a single event. These should be about 30 minutes, but if you and the club staff agree, you can make them longer or shorter as needed. The club should have an adult, ideally a staff person, in the room to help if the kids struggle with what to do next. We recommend that the club record these interactions so that the kids can use sections or screenshots of them in a video if they would like. And these interactions should be youth-driven. More on that in a minute. One of these video conferences, possibly the second one, should be a virtual field trip in which you take the kids on a virtual tour of their extreme environment, answering their questions along the way. The final session could be used for the kids to ask additional questions after the field trip about your career, research, challenges, and more. If you and the club both agree, you are welcome to conduct additional video conferences. And if you'd like help setting up a Zoom meeting, just let us know. The youth should be driving the conversations. You should not be giving a presentation by the mentor, although you are welcome to share some photos or videos as you answer questions about yourself and your work. Youth will work together to interview you, taking turns asking questions, recording your responses, sharing their own thoughts and experiences, and asking to see specific features or asking questions about those features during the virtual field trip. Ideally, the kids will be developing and practicing their communication and collaboration skills before and during these interactions. The VIRTEX STEM activities, particularly the learning by asking activity, can help the youth prepare to take the lead in these interactions. So there are some technical considerations for the Boys and Girls Clubs. Clubs will have a computer, tablet, or phone with a camera and microphone, as well as a screen on which the kids will watch the video calls. As a mentor, you'll need to take into consideration whether or not you'll be able to show the kids samples of equipment. Will you be able to walk around or will you be stationary? What kind of a device will you be using? Will you have Wi-Fi or cell service? Does your field or lab have limited connectivity? Will you have restrictions around filming? If connectivity or restrictions limit your ability to video conference from your field or lab site, VIRTEX organizers can assist you in creating some alternative interaction plans. Just reach out to us at education@lpi.usra.edu. So let's go over the major components again. The interactions with the club, VIRTEX activities at the club, and the final project. In addition to your sessions, club staff will lead 4 to 8 STEM activities with the kids. These are fun, hands-on, and designed to prepare them to engage with you. Students will create a 2 to 7 minute video showcasing what they've learned. Some clubs may ask for your input. You can help by answering questions or reviewing content. Top teams are invited to an in-person symposium. So here's a quick timeline that shows the experience flow from the initial contact and planning through the 3 sessions to the final student project. Your flexibility and enthusiasm is what makes this work. As a quick recap, apply, complete the training, and match with the club. Schedule sessions, plan your field trip, and support your students. And if you need help at any point, we're here.
Let's discuss the variety of expectations for VIRTEX mentors. There are some commitments and expectations for all mentors. Please plan to partner with one club, but you are welcome to partner with more than one club if your time permits. Plan to communicate with the staff of that club by email to schedule meetings and to answer and ask questions. And conduct 3 video conferences with the kids at that club. Those interactions are about half an hour each. Plan to conduct a virtual field trip as one of these video conferences, giving a tour of a field site or your lab or something else interesting and unique. The interactions at these video conferences should be student-driven rather than a traditional presentation by the mentor. You and your partnering club are welcome to make additional plans, such as scheduling additional or longer video conferences, including your feedback in the club's video project, or continuing to communicate after you've both finished VIRTEX activities. As part of the student-driven interactions, the VIRTEX STEM activities will help prepare the kids to interview you. For you to prepare for these student-driven interactions, plan to learn a little bit about the partnering club and its community. Your club will share information with you, and you're welcome to do your own research. Be prepared to share information about yourself, about your science, and about your career in an authentic and understandable way. You don't need to prepare slides or to give a presentation. Instead, bring photos, objects, or stories. Keep it conversational. The goal is for the kids to ask the questions and for the kids to steer the dialogue. The Boys and Girls Club of America is a national nonprofit organization. It's made up of local chapters which provide voluntary after-school programs for youth development. You can learn more at their website. Let's discuss more about those Boys and Girls Clubs participating in VIRTEX. Each club may have different facilities, equipment, demographics, programs, goals, and challenges. Please talk with the club staff to learn more about the club you are mentoring. You will be communicating with a full-time club organizer when scheduling and planning VIRTEX meetings. Video conference interactions may be facilitated by other staff members who may be volunteers or even teenagers. The staff present during the video conferences may change from one to the next session. Participating students will mostly be middle school aged, between 10 and 15 years old. The size of these groups will range from 6 to 20 individuals. You should know that attendance is not required at clubs. These same students may not all be present at each video conference with you. Please also be aware that some participating students may be facing significant economic, social, or personal challenges.
When it comes to VIRTEX, here's some things you want to keep in mind. Remember that this is student-driven, and the program isn't about cramming science in 30 minutes. It's more about connection. Focus on students' interests, ask lots of questions, and highlight their strengths. How does VIRTEX define student success? Success is not about gaining subject knowledge. Instead, our focus is on empowering the kids by supporting their interests, informing them about STEM careers, and helping them to develop skills and confidence in STEM. Consider kids' assets or strengths, their personal experiences, natural curiosity, excitement, pre-existing knowledge, etc. Don't be afraid to talk about failures or struggles. It's powerful for students to hear that even scientists hit roadblocks. Share how you overcame your obstacles. It makes you relatable. Consider challenges you face and how you overcame them. What impacted your journey and what you like or don't like. What's exciting to you and what's not exciting. Use appropriate language by avoiding jargon and acronyms. Use vocabulary that the students will understand. Speak slowly, clearly, and with purpose. Try out your explanations ahead of time, and if you make a mistake, just acknowledge it and move forward. Remember to be authentic. Bring your whole self. Consider sharing how the kids should address you, your title, your nickname, your personal stories, background and culture, photos from your life, fun stuff like pets, hobbies, music, and etc. Show interest in the kids.
For VIRTEX, we invite mentors to try an asset-based approach as you work with the students. Focus on the community's and kids' strengths, their experiences, interests, and resources, rather than on what you'd like them to learn. Strategies that you can incorporate are: invite the kids to share their experiences and their ideas. Ask them questions about their thoughts. Focus on what the kids are interested in and share how your own experiences and interests are related to theirs. Build analogies on the community's resources. For instance, if the club has a basketball court or a soccer field, use basketballs or a soccer field for discussing scale models and distances instead of a football field. Don't focus on what the kids don't know or haven't done, and do not lower your expectations about their capabilities. Another strategy is to empower the students. The kids may feel uncomfortable taking the lead in their meetings with you. They may struggle with knowing how to address you and with overcoming initial shyness. Some strategies to empower the students are to give them time to ask questions, like waiting 5 seconds before speaking up or inviting them to ask a question. You can guide them to ask follow-up questions and invite them to talk about themselves. Additional suggestions are available in the VIRTEX Mentor Resources handout on the VIRTEX website. Some of the kids' circumstances may be very different from your own experiences. It is important to avoid making assumptions about their living situation, any family life, their access to computers or technology or the internet, or their ability to visit places like museums or to go on a vacation. For example, it can be tempting to say something like, "When you get home tonight, ask your parents for permission to visit this NASA website where you can learn more." This statement makes a number of possibly painful assumptions. Instead, suggest that they ask the staff at the Boys and Girls Club to help them look up more information on a computer at the club. Here are some additional strategies as you prepare to answer students' questions. Please practice responding with short answers, a minute or two at the most. This allows more time for other students to ask questions. They might ask follow-up questions that will allow you to share more details or other questions that interest the students. Please resist the temptation to take over whenever there's a pause or when students are struggling to ask questions. The online mentor resource document has some suggested prompts that you can use to help the kids. Try to help the students understand what it's like to conduct research, what your day-to-day is like. Explicitly mention the different non-technical skills that you use in conducting research. These skills are ones that the students are developing in VIRTEX. Ask follow-up and clarification questions. Talk with the students to show that you understand their questions and appreciate their ideas and perspectives. Acknowledge when you don't know the answer. Demonstrate that researchers do not have all the answers and are normal people. And here are some ideas for improving and growing as you participate in VIRTEX. Please ask the club staff for feedback, but also recognize that their time is limited. You can always reach out to the VIRTEX organizers for help, or you can review the Mentor Resources Guide online. We're here to support you.
You're now ready to be a VIRTEX mentor. Your role is simple but powerful. Be present, be yourself, and inspire curiosity. Thank you for being part of this mission. If you need support or have questions or concerns, or want to help planning or need help planning or scheduling your sessions, or any type of support, reach out anytime to education@lpi.usra.edu. Thank you for being a valued VIRTEX mentor.